My name is Vivian. I am from Ghana. I'm married and I have two lovely children. It's always been my dream to come. My sister is here in the UK and that made that passion for me to come to the UK burn even higher. I believe that there are more opportunities here for me and for my children, my family here in the UK than back home. So before I met IANS, I was quite desperate. I was dealing with someone who promised to help me get a visa to enter the UK with my family, and he took part of the money and just disappeared. So I was heartbroken and I almost gave up. I thought, there's no hope. That's what I thought. And at the webinar, I found out that it's possible to come to the UK. Maybe my dream can come true again. I thought it was going to be very complex and long, and it shortened the time and the processes were simplified for me. And there were lots of people like me who were interested, so I knew by that it was genuine. Yes. I can remember that day that I got sponsorship. I was over the moon with excitement.
After 6 weeks, finally my senior carers, they came into UK, and they are also passionate with the job they are doing and also well skilled.
I love my employer and I think she's great. She's been very supportive and very helpful so far.
Vivian is really giving value to our business. What she portrayed and what she's doing is amazing.
I couldn't have asked for any better employer than I have right now. I think I'm going to work with her for a long time.
Definitely, I like more Vivian like that.
So it took us exactly 5 months from the date of the webinar to when we finally arrived in the UK. Everybody that I talked to about it was, "Are you sure?" I mean, that is what I thought, that I would have to come to the UK first and then my family can come sometime later. But we were actually going to come together, yes, and we did come together. If you'd been through what I've been through, being scammed out of money and thinking my dream is over, and then only to realize one day that my dream is coming true, yay! I opened everybody's visa and checked, is that really my picture in there? Yes, we were happy that day. Yes, my son he skipped school because I made him skip school because I was so excited. I couldn't help it. If you're like me and you're looking to come to the UK and you're not sure, you're in doubt, I'd recommend 100% to you IANS. I'm a living testimony myself and I can guarantee you that they'll help you achieve your dream of coming to the UK.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ian's Daily Show. If you are here in the UAE, good evening to you. If you are in the UK, good afternoon. If you are in South Africa, good afternoon as well. If you are from the Philippines, good morning, because it's past midnight. And wherever you are in the world, thank you for tuning in, and of course, say hi down to the comment section. We'll of course say hi back to you, okay, during the duration of the show. And yes, my name is Michael, and welcome to another episode of the IANS Daily Show. Now, of course, if you don't know yet, right, if this is the first time that you are tuning in, we are live on Facebook and on YouTube, right? So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our socials. Share this episode because we've got a very interesting topic today. Actually, there's two. Number one, why would a person who's already in Canada, who's got a permanent residence, okay, in Canada, okay, would want to migrate to the UK. Is that crazy, or is there a great reason behind this? We'll find out. Number two, our topic for today is why would you pay for Ian's webinar, right? Because we are receiving this question every single day. Why do I need to pay? Why do I need to pay? There's information here, information there, right? But the right answer to that is, well, we'll find out later. And of course, I have not only one but two guests today, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, for today, I'm gonna have Love with me straight from the UK studio and join us for today's episode. Right? Love, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, Michael. How are you?
Wonderful. How are you today?
I'm cold, but I'm good.
Perfect. The weather is quite cold here as well, but I don't think it will be as cold as it is in the UK. If it does snow here, oh my gosh, it's probably the end of the world. But I hope that doesn't come very soon. Uh, yes, you look lovely today, love. And I, of course, thank you for joining us in today's show.
Thank you for having me, Michael. How are you?
Not bad, doing well. Of course, we're very busy, of course, in promoting our upcoming event, our hybrid event, which is happening on the 5th of February. Okay, this is going to be at 10 a.m. UK time. Again, if you are in the UAE, this is a hybrid event. You can attend in person. And if you are outside of the UAE, you can still attend online via Zoom, right? So, Love, our guest today, again, like what we said during the intro, is someone from Canada, okay? He's been living in Canada for the last 6 years. He's got a permanent residence in Canada, but he still chose to join IANS, right? Because he wanted to get the opportunity to actually work in the UK. What do you think about that?
Honestly, it's unbelievable because, like, growing up, it felt like you're not in the UK, you're in Canada. So to actually see someone get an opportunity to get a permanent residence in a place like Canada and then still choose to come to the UK and still chooses to trust IANS, I'm just so curious to, hear from him and hear his story. Like, what's going on?
Exactly. And of course, you are here with me today because you're going to help me find out the reason why. So, without further ado, let's welcome to our show today Louise Fernandez from Canada, right?
Hi, Louise.
Hi,
Can you hear
Hello,
me loud
can you
and
hear
clear?
us?
I can't hear you.
No?
Can you hear us, Louise? Louise? Hi, Louise.
I can't hear you guys.
Oh, maybe you need to put up your volume or try again.
Louise, can you hear us?
Okay, try again, Louise. Maybe it was because, oh no, he was already wearing the AirPods earlier.
Or before he joined, yeah, probably.
Yeah, Louise, can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Can you try? Okay, he needs to log in and then log in back again, yeah? All right. Okay, now while we're waiting for that to get fixed, right? Love, I'd like to ask you a few questions, yeah?
Yeah.
So you've been on our daily show for quite some time now, yes? And have you encountered any questions with regards to payments? Why do they need to pay for our webinars?
Yeah. Yeah, so on a daily, people always wonder, oh, it's a paid webinar. Why do I have to pay 79 for 99 pounds? Is it worth it? Do I get a job like the next day? It's like, a bit of why. There's a lot of
Uh,
whys I get every day.
Uh-huh. It is crazy, yes, absolutely. And of course, we do understand that people would naturally be asking why they would need to pay a webinar when, in
Yeah,
fact, there are tons of webinars out there which is for free,
yeah,
okay? But what they don't know is after the webinar, okay, before they even get whatever kind of service, or even if it's for free, there was not much information shared to them. And in fact, the information shared to them was, something that you can actually research on the internet,
online,
right?
yeah.
um, so I mean, I'm thinking, as far as you know, I mean, you've already done some of the webinars in the past. Um, how much do you think really is the worth of our webinar, right?
Oh,
Do you think it's worth 79.99 pounds, or
oh,
should it be for free?
there is no way our webinar can be for free. So now I'll tell you what, because I'm an example and I actually attended the webinar before I got to this
Right.
topic. So it's more or less like, but the information you would actually get at the webinar, but the way, you, Michael, of course, and Ian, but the way, you guys would actually put people through, it's like a conversation I'm having with my family member. It's
Right.
almost like I've known you guys all my life, and then there's like loads of questions, and then
Ah.
patience as well to actually, answer. It's very interactive, and then you guys actually get to put people through. What jobs have you been doing? I can see how interested you guys are in people's lives, and especially in my life as well. You get so I think that's what makes it very unique. The fact that there's a lot of questions. It's a family that is willing to actually watch you grow. Like the case of Priyan, who had attended a lot of interviews with us and was at the verge of giving up, but we still held him true and said, you know what, you're a part of this family. We're not gonna let you go except to get your skilled workers visa. So it's totally worth it. In fact, it should be more, but we're still not.
I agree. Yeah, and that's a fantastic feedback, Love. Now, we'll dive more into that a little bit later. Let's see if we've got Louise back on. Right, Louise, can you hear us?
Yeah, now I can hear you guys.
Fantastic.
There was a technical glitch.
That's fine. That's okay. Now, Louise, I want you to have fun. I want you to relax. I want you to, feel excited because Love will be asking you a few bit questions. Yeah. And, feel free to answer from the heart. Feel free to tell anything that is in your mind because we just want to know the truth and nothing but the truth. Okay?
So help you God.
Exactly. Now over to you, Love.
All right. Thank you so much, Michael. Louise, how are you today? Oh, you're on mute. Can you unmute yourself, please?
I'm sorry.
No problem. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you, Love, for having me today here.
Thank you so much for coming in. How cold is Canada? Because, it looks like you're more covered than I am here.
Actually, it's colder than UK for sure.
Oh my God. Wow. So I'm curious, Louise, what's going on? Just tell us a little bit about you.
So I'm basically an educated nurse from India. I came to Canada to become a nurse. However, that did not go well because the Canadian nursing body have different rules and regulations, and they don't accept the credentials right away. We have to give different types of exams and go through a lot of scrutiny by the security checks and stuff. So it was a toll on my career as well. Now, since I got my visa to come to UK to work as a skilled worker, so I can see my hope of becoming a nurse back again in UK is coming true.
So wait, now Louis, you're trying to tell me that Canada of all places did not exactly allow you practice nursing the way you wanted to practice it, and the UK
Right.
gave you a better deal.
Yes.
Oh my God. That is amazing. Because you know why everyone is curious about your situation? It's just because, it feels like Canada is heaven on earth as well. Just the same way people want to actually migrate to the UK, they want to go to Canada. So that's
Well,
surprising for us.
everyone thinks that grass is always greener on the other side, right? Well, I have seen how green the grass is on this side.
Yeah.
I have seen it because I have lived here for 6 years now. I came here as a student because I did not come here by myself. I was assisted by one consultancy back home in India. They
Okay.
said that, oh, you finish your course and you get your nursing license done and you'll become a nurse. You'll get to live your life you wanted. But after coming here, you get to know what are the pros and cons of this country and what are the challenges you have to go through. I have been through the dark side of this place, and I wouldn't say dark side. It is a mandatory rule for every immigrant who comes to a different country, may it be Canada, US, or UK. Uh, it's the same. You have to struggle for at least a good 3 4 years. There was a time where I was on an implied status because I got into a college which did not have a postgrad work permit. So I had to get into different work permits in order to keep myself here and continue working. I managed to get my LPN license, but I could not work because I did not have a work permit.
Yeah.
No one would want to hire me because I don't have a work permit. Then I had to go to work as a kitchen helper. I worked in different places. So I've had my way of struggles, and taking that experience along with me, I know what I have to, what are my goals right now in UK and what I want to achieve. So my main goal first is to close in the gap which I have in my career of nursing.
Okay. So I know you said like you've actually been through a lot. So in the course of all of the challenges you had, if I'm being honest, yeah, if you did not find IANS, what would you have been doing right now?
Right now, I would be going back to India if it was not for events. Yeah, because
Oh,
I was on an implied status for 2 years. So implied status is basically you don't have a status. You can live in this country, but you cannot avail the facilities given by the government over here. So for 2 years, I was struggling, and I was trying to find out a way in which I could keep myself away from all this. And then I came across IANS in December of 2020. But I was very scared because I have come across so many consultants,
yeah,
and everyone promised that they will give a lot of things,
yeah,
and you'll have a better life. But then I was not that much interested in the first at the beginning, and then I came across Ian's again on Facebook.
like
I
it came
thought
on
of
your face again, like IANS.
Yeah, it's like God is showing me a way. Hey, look, Ian's is the way. Go there. So I was like, that time I was financially stable over here in Canada because I had a few debt which I had to cover up. Once I was financially stable, I was like, you know what? Let's attend a webinar and let's see what they have to offer. When I attended the webinar, I had a lot of questions in my mind, but the owner of the company, Mr. Ian,
Yeah,
he was present in the webinar, and he took us through the whole webinar so smoothly that all my questions were answered, and I also wanted to know what are the pros and cons, and then I have come across so many consultants over the 6 years period.
yeah,
There is no consultant like Ian who give you an offer
yeah,
in which they give you a promise in which you can get your visa in
yeah,
a certain period of time.
yeah,
And I felt it very promising because no one has done that. It is very difficult for any company or an immigration firm to give a promise like that.
Yeah.
My due diligence was to prepare my own documents, which was from my part. That is my police clearance, my English test, and all other requirements on my documents. That is my responsibility to get it done. IANS is not going to help me with that. So I
Yeah.
knew that. Well, secondly is the way that IANS wanted us to get in a cohort, and they had a SC momentum group, which
Yeah.
was the best thing ever, because
Oh.
it helped me to get back into,
Yeah.
in coordination with my healthcare, going through all the requirements and the lectures which we had every week. It helped me to, get in connection with my healthcare again,
Yeah.
and making me realize that what I missed all this time, and that was my healthcare profession, which I studied 7 years in India.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
the best part about the SC Momentum Club was that there were people from all over the world, and
Yeah.
we could talk to each other, and
Yeah.
it was very nice to connect with many people from the group. And I was one of the group leaders in my cohort 5. So cohort 5 is basically, I think, is the fifth group of SC Momentum.
Yeah.
I was worried, like, because I know there were so many people in every cohort. So
Yeah.
IANs have to have a challenge to get everyone through first, right? But
Yeah.
I wanted to be the horse, the black horse in the in the run, because I wanted to be there first. So
Yeah.
eventually, I completed all my documents and all the requirements that were needed. I
Yeah.
did my IELTS 2 times, because first IELTS which I gave was general. I did not know I needed UKVI. So I did a UKVI academic
Yeah.
later, and I completed it with a good score of 7.5 overall.
Mhm.
I wanted to join the lecture of Neil, which is
Yeah.
also free from if you join the SC Momentum Club, and you have to just attend the lectures, the live sessions, and then you are also getting trained for English. But I think I was very good enough in English, so I did not attend the lectures,
You
and I
need
gave
to.
the exams within a month.
Yeah.
Um, Once I completed everything, my tutors were completely the tutors that I had was Tanya, and then Miss Ivy. They
Yeah.
helped me a lot. Like, when I had any queries, they would literally answer
Yeah.
instantly, may it be through emails or may it be through a WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
I had a good support system which was built in IANS. Uh,
Yeah.
I got my first.
Lot of
I got
fans,
my
though.
first. Yeah,
Sorry,
I mean, I'm very
everybody's so
excited to
happy
tell
to
my
hear
story,
you.
because it's really interesting.
Yeah.
I got my first shortlisting done in August, which was just 3 months from I started the SC Momentum Club.
In
And
3 months.
Yeah, in 3 months actually. And then it was somewhere, I don't remember the place now, but it was somewhere beyond Manchester United. Uh, Sorry, not United. Manchester United is my favorite
It's
club, by
fine.
the way,
Manchester
but
City.
Manchester City.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's beyond that. And then I was very adamant that I only want in London, and
Yeah.
I knew that it would take a while, because it is not rocket science. Because
Yeah.
the employers need to be available. They
Yeah.
need to have a COS, or they need to have a vacancy for me, so that they
Yeah.
can hire me. And then
Yeah.
shortlisting was a challenge. However, after all that, I had to uh, write too many emails, because I was very keen in getting there. I wrote emails to everyone in IANS, and I think my emails were God also had some plan with it, and my
Yeah.
emails were heard. And I got shortlisted on the 29th of October by
Yeah.
a very nice company.
Yeah.
I gave my interview on 29th. It was so fast, like today I'm shortlisted and tomorrow is my interview. I'm like, I have a very short time frame to prepare myself. But I made sure I stayed up all night because the time difference between Canada and UK is
Were you
quite a
nervous? Wow.
lot, you know. Now it is like what, afternoon, and here it is like early morning. So every time when it
Yeah.
was 1 o'clock over there, I had to make an effort to wake up at 4 in the morning over here.
Were you very nervous as well?
Sorry?
Were you very nervous as well? Because you had to wake up early, you didn't really sleep well before your
Well,
interview.
I knew that if I have to gain something, I have to lose something. And I was willing to lose away my sleep because I wanted to gain something from IANS. So I was waking up 4 in the morning and attending the lecture at 5. So I had 1 hour time to prepare myself. After my lecture, live sessions with my tutors, I would finish my session and then go running to work. So that was how my life was until October. Uh, I shared this with my friends and in India because many of the people, they think that uh, let one person go, let him get successful, and then we will see how it
So
works.
you are like the scapegoat, so to speak. Just go
For
meet
my
the rest.
friends, yes, but I know that I was in safe hands because the way I have been treated with IANS, uh,
Yeah.
and how I have been going through the whole process, I knew
Yeah.
that I was in safe hands from the beginning. Um, it was so quick from the day I got my interview. I was very nervous after the interview because for 1 week I did not hear from the employer. So I thought, am I selected or no? But according to my interview that I had given, I knew that I was the candidate to be taken.
Yeah.
Um, I know that there are some members from my cohort that are not, they have not got their interview shortlisting yet, or they must have got shortlisted and not passed the interview.
Yeah.
Uh, my suggestion to all the people in the cohort right now and all whoever are going to come in IANS and join in future
Yeah.
is that you need to have your patience and you need to keep your goal focused.
Yeah.
Keep your focus on the goal because that is the only thing that will keep you driving further. They should not compare each other with their results because everyone result is going to be different from the other.
Different. Yeah.
um,
With a different time as well.
they need to keep patience. I kept my patience for now. It will be what, in May it will be 1 year, but see, I'm already going to UK in this month.
Oh
So
my God.
yeah, I'm booking my ticket for the 12th of Feb, so I'm very much excited to like, land over there and like
Yeah.
feel how it is in UK.
You will
However,
love
it's been a very exciting journey for me.
it.
Um, after I get my offer letter on, I think 4th, it was signed. So I got it on the 7th because of the holiday
Yeah.
of November. Immediately, I knew that the COS was not ready, so the employer had to apply for the COS.
Yeah.
My COS was approved by the Home Office, I think, on the 22nd of December or 20th, somewhere around the corner.
Yeah.
Uh,
Louise, you've got
then
a lot of fans here, you know. Everyone here is like, oh my God, I'm so excited for you. You know, nice hearing those stories. You know, it's actually amazing how much people you've inspired just by coming on our daily show and sharing your story. You've been an absolute delight because it's always good to bring people like you know, who Ian's has blessed to come and share their stories, especially someone like you from a good country like Canada, wanting to come to the UK and then still trusting Ian's. It's just perfectly, you know, it's just perfect. You know, you're making me speechless right now because of how
for
amazing
me,
it is.
for me, IANS is like a complete package.
Oh,
No consultant company has everything together. You guys have a system that is built for the members. That is
yeah,
the SC Momentum Club. Secondly, IANS have their own immigration solicitor.
yeah.
So any immigration problem, you have a person in your company that you can deal
Call
with it.
for it, definitely.
Secondly, thirdly is that you have such a wide base of employers linked with your company. I can
Yeah.
see that IANS are increasing more, bringing in more employers so that there are more vacancies available. I know there is a shortage right now because caregivers are put in the shortage list of UK, but at the same time, everyone, there are many companies who want to, get this piece of cake. But
Yeah.
right now, EN has the whole cake with it,
Has the whole
with
cake.
them.
I love that point you brought. Ian has the whole cake. That's what we were trying to tell people. That's what Michael and I keep telling people. We have the
I
whole cake here, and people just have to trust
the
us.
people who have doubt on ENs right now, they should go on YouTube and see for the top 5 consultancy firms for immigration in UK, and ENs is going to be one of it. Okay,
Perfect.
I have
Thank
done my
you.
research, and I
Yeah.
am proud to say that I am in safe hands with ENs, and also right now I'm coming in as a caregiver, but
Yeah.
to get to my ultimate goal of
Yeah.
becoming a nurse, like getting my registered nurse license in UK,
License.
I
Yeah.
know who I should contact, and that is only going to be ENs, because you guys
Yes,
also
all the
have
way.
a training program for nurses once you
Yeah.
come there as a caregiver, and you can also get in a training program for nursing.
Yeah.
So I know I'm in safe hands, so I don't need to
You
worry
are.
when I'm over there.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Louise. You've been amazing. Thank you for coming on our show. We can't wait to see you here in the UK. Make sure you bring all the Canada goodies as well.
Of course, I'll bring the maple syrup for you.
That would be great. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you. You
Right.
too. Bye.
Thank you very much, Louise, for your time today. And yes, of course, love, that was really interesting, to be honest. I think Louise was able to summarize the totality of what IANS can actually offer
Yeah.
and the experience that he had. Again, he was aware of, immigration companies just scamming people,
Yeah.
promising things but not really delivering.
Yeah.
But he's done his research.
Mhm.
He had doubts in the beginning,
Definitely.
and at the same time, he was really patient throughout the whole process. And he was just sending out emails to everybody in the team. Yeah, and again, he understood that this is a process. I
Yeah.
just need to wait. My
Mhm.
time is coming, and now he's flying to the UK,
Yeah.
and fantastic,
He's
really.
living his dream because it's interesting as well where he's like, I'm already at this process. Now I'm coming in as a caregiver, but I know I'm working towards my nursing career. So it's
Yeah,
amazing.
exactly.
It's wonderful.
And you know what? I'm really impressed with Luis, because he knows where to go once he's decided to. Okay, I'm done with being a senior carer. Now I want to pursue my nursing career. Why? Because he knows that we can help him.
Yeah.
We have got 100%. Actually, it's 99.9%
Yeah.
of our passing rate for OSCE, right? Now, for those of you who's viewing us in our show today, OSCE is the test that you need to pass if you want to become a pinned nurse in the UK. In the last, I think, by August last year or September last year, the new OSCE exam was actually implemented. Before, there was only 6 stations, but now you have to complete 10 stations of OSCE. And since then, we are delivering the training for this new setup for
Yeah.
OSCE. And so far, all of the nurses that has trained with us,
Mhm.
who arrived as a pre-registered nurse in the UK, they
Yeah.
are now all pinned nurses. They're all registered nurses now in
Yeah.
the UK. And of course, we look forward to having Louise
Yeah.
as our next success story for his OSCE. Yeah,
That would be so wonderful, Michael. Trust me on that.
fantastic. Now, of course, that is a really, really great story. Fantastic, inspirational. It just goes to show, that as long as you believe in a process that's actually tested and proven, you'll
Yeah.
get to where you want to be. Yeah. Now, let's take a quick break, okay? And when we come back, let's talk about why you need to pay for Ian's webinars. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
I'm happy for all of you to be here.
And we're back, everybody. Of course, again, we like to invite you to our upcoming hybrid event happening here in Dubai, in UAE, the Address Hotel at Dubai Mall. If you are here in the UAE, come join us in person because there's plenty, of course, plenty of things to look forward to. If you are outside of the UAE, of course, you can still join via online via Zoom. If you haven't made your registration and payments, do go to our comment section and you'll find the links that you can use to register and pay. Now, really interesting and important topic. Why do you have to pay for Ian's webinar, right? Now, before we go straight to the topic, let's say hi to a few people, as we always do, because we want to welcome you. We want to make sure you're feeling great, you're enjoying the show, and yes, of course. Let's say hi. Olowade, 100% Ian's. Yeah. From Zainab, hi.
Hello.
From Ryan, nice to see you, Love and Michael. Nice to see you too. From Aya, watching from Dubai, UAE. Aya, I'm wondering if you have already registered or if you have already paid for the upcoming event. If you are, we just want to make sure that you're coming in person because we want to meet you, right? We've got here Norma. Hello. Love, say hi to Babalola, watching from Nigeria.
Hey, Babalola. How are you?
Of course, we've got people watching from the Philippines. It's pure vanilla cookie. Oh my gosh, that sounds so delicious.
Oh my God.
Good evening, Mike and Love, watching from the Philippines. Thank you for tuning in, Vanilla Cookie. Yes.
That's a wonderful name, honestly.
I know. From Madonna, watching from the UAE as well. Balin Rosalie, hi, Mike and Love, watching from Sharjah, UAE.
Hey, someone is going to attend the webinar. I have a feeling that Berlin Rosalie is going to attend on the 5th of February.
Right. We also have Chioma Peace. Good afternoon, Love and Michael. Nice job you guys are doing. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right. Also from Nigeria, Hesulana Mojisola. I'm living in Nigeria, I believe, in years.
Perfect.
Right. Now, again, it's very. I'm reading a lot of comments right now. Yes, and again, they're still talking about the upcoming webinar. Why do people need to pay for the webinar? I think the answer to that is very simple, right? Because we are an immigration company, we have our own immigration consultancy services, right? If you've got if you want appointment, if you want to do consultation appointment for any immigration matters, we actually charge £300 per hour, right, per hour with our solicitors. Okay, now of course nobody would want to pay £300. That's a big amount. Okay, but since the launch of our webinars, we are able to of course shoulder some of the fees, and of course we've managed to answer all the frequently asked questions, right, in a webinar setup. Okay, and thus you need to pay $79.99. right? The discussion and the topics, the things that we're going to discuss during the webinar are all legal advice. It revolves around the whole immigration rules for migrants who wish to come to the UK. And that's why you need to pay $79.99. Am I right, love?
Yes, that's why they need to pay, because like we keep telling them about the webinar because it's packed, just like what Louise just said. Actually, EM services is not just one. We're not just offering you a skilled workers
Exactly.
visa. We're offering you sponsors. We're offering you immigration advice. We're offering you everything. So it's like a 5-in-1 package. So that's
Yes.
what you're really paying for to start up the process. So I do
That is
think
true. That is
I
true.
think we should pay more. I think we should increase it.
I agree. I totally do, so that we can also have increase in our salaries, huh? And of course, like what Baba Lola said, you need money to run the office as well. Exactly the point, right? Thank you very much for that, Baba Lola. And not only that, yes, there's plenty of information on the internet, but what you guys don't know is that we discuss things, okay, which you cannot find on the internet.
Yeah.
Okay,
No matter how many times you Google it, you can't find
exactly, exactly. Not even in the dark web. Oh my gosh. Okay, you would not find it anywhere. You will only hear this, okay, and see things if you attend the webinar or the hybrid event, of course, right? So it's really simple, guys. Register and make your payment. We'll send you the link to our webinar if you are outside of the UAE and still you wish to join us online. But if you are here in the UAE, we'll send you a different instructions regarding the location of the place, the timing and all that, so that you'll have the complete instructions to join us on the 5th of February at the Address Hotel in Dubai Mall. Yeah? Love, do you know any other reasons why these people who's watching us right now, who's still undecided, yeah? Why would they want to pay for the webinar?
Okay. Well, I think there are 1,000,001 reasons why they should pay for the webinar. First of all, like most people that want to come to the UK on a skilled workers visa are probably not comfortable with the situation they're in at the moment. For instance, now in the world, I know like every country got its own issues, but I'm going to start with places like Nigeria, for instance, where it feels like the leadership is, not forthcoming, and that everyone is being selfish, where the leaders want to take the money to themselves. Now, there's a lot of young people that, their dream is actually to live a very comfortable life, not necessarily to be, the richest people in the world, but they just want to live comfortably in a place with a good security and a place where the economy is wonderful. So now, which better place to choose than the UK, where it's actually a home for all? The UK wants to welcome so many people. So you've actually searched it, you've thought about it. Where do I go to? I want to go to the UK. Now, if you go on the internet, just like what Mike has said, there's a lot of options. But these options, are they really available? Now, personally, when I was a student looking for a job, looking for a skilled workers visa, I searched 1,001 job vacancies, the sponsors, but I didn't get any response back. So you would hear on the internet that these people exist. But the question is, are they ready to actually accept you? But now at IANS, once you meet our services, we're ready to groom you, we're ready to prepare you, and we're also ready to give you to the sponsors directly. So there's no other reason why you would not want to come our way, because we're one. I think we're one in all, because I've actually searched it. I've not even seen any other agencies that are like us, or any other companies that are willing and ready to help people the way we do. We follow them through. We don't leave them hanging. There's nobody that can say we left you. We'll follow you through until you get your sponsorship, visa to come to the UK. And we'll still follow you anyways, even while you're here. So we never leave you. That's the good thing about IANS.
Exactly.
So it's a wonderful service that you don't want to miss these opportunities.
Absolutely. Well said, love. Well said. And in fact, you know what? I've done my research.
Yeah.
There's not a single immigration company here in the Middle East who's doing things like how we do it. Okay,
Yeah.
those immigration companies who are here in the Middle East, they don't know or they can't give services for
Yeah.
skilled worker applicants. Yeah, all
Yeah.
their services revolves around investors, startup visas,
Yeah.
sole proprietorship.
Yeah.
But if you ask them about skilled worker visa, the
Yeah.
only two things that they can do for you is this. Number one, well, we can post your CV.
Yeah.
We can post your CV on our website, and or we'll submit your CV to
Yeah.
employers. That's it. And would you be paying for that service? Submitting my CV to employers in the UK? I can do that by myself, right?
Yeah.
Like what you just did. You sent your CVs to thousands of
Yeah.
companies in the UK, but not all of them are able to sponsor you. Why? Because again, there are immigration rules surrounding the application for skilled workers. That applies to both employers and the applicants. Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is the beauty of our webinars, right? We teach our candidates immigration rules for both employers and them as applicants, which makes them knowledgeable, okay? So that if they choose not to get our services,
Yeah.
they could move forward and do
Yeah.
this thing on their own. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they'll be confident to do it because, oh my gosh, I've got 100% of the information I need. I don't need Ian's anymore, right? I don't need Love anymore. I don't need Michael anymore. And
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine, right? Of course, they always have option number two. And option number two says that they are welcome to join us.
Yeah.
They are free to avail our services so that the journey to the UK would be faster. And
Yeah.
of course, they will be guided with our expertise and legal assistance. Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. Love, in as far as I'm concerned, during the webinars, right, or the hybrid event that you've been to, what do you
Yeah.
think? What's your most favorite part?
I think my most favorite part would be, that's a good question. I think it would be when, Ian. So when Ian is speaking and then he just spotlights you and you're like, oh my God, everyone is going to see me now. And he's like, tell me about yourself. And then you see yourself talking and then it becomes a conversation like you've always
Right.
known him. So
Right.
I think it just makes it more interesting. It makes it wow because these are real people and then they get to that stage and they're
Exactly.
like, I'm here. Oh my God, I made it.
Exactly. And it becomes really personal. It becomes an interaction. You're not just going to be logging into your Zoom, your laptop, your phone, and just listen. No, there's an interaction happening, and we are interested in what the candidate status is. Where are you from? What are you doing at the moment? What's your role? Have you got kids? Have you got many husbands or many wives? Right? We ask those things because again, we want to get to know the people who's applying with us, right? And that's a really good point, Love. Yeah. Now, really, really great. I think that is more than enough reason for you to make your payment for our upcoming event. Again, it's not something that we force you to do, but if you do want to start your journey to the UK, this is the first step. Join our upcoming hybrid event again on the 5th of February, happening at 10 a.m. UK time. And if you are here in the UAE, registration starts at 1 p.m. UAE time and we'll start the program at 2 p.m. UAE time. Now, of course, I would love to answer a few questions before we go. So we'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
I'm happy for all of you to be here.
Hep hep, IANS.
Yeah.
Love. I think that's my most favorite part when we do hybrid events. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it just goes to show the energy,
Yeah.
the appreciation that happens after they attend the event. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So let's answer a few questions. Pam, 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 pam. Toyin, Fadin, good afternoon. Right.
Um,
Uh, from James Anderson, it's not about the money, it's about how legitimate it is. Now, James, I can answer you a thousand ways, right?
yeah.
But I would only give you one answer. If you don't want your UK dream to come true, don't even think about it. Don't go with us.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only answer I'm going to give you.
Yeah.
Hundreds and hundreds of people all around the world, regardless of their nationality, regardless of their gender,
Yeah.
regardless of their educational background and
Yeah.
work experience, we've managed to help them, and hundreds of them are already in the UK. You want to find out how legitimate we are? Go to YouTube, go to Facebook. These are real people. These
Yeah.
are real situations, real circumstances,
Yeah.
real visas, real people arriving in the UK
Yeah.
because of our help, right? Um, what else do we got here? Chun, chun, chun. I think we have, Babalola. She attended the webinar last year. But what
Oh,
were you able to join us for the program, Babalola? If not, send us a message and let's find out how we can help you.
yeah.
Um, who else have we got here? I'm looking for questions, right? But most of the comments in the comment section now are just really appreciation of the things
Yeah.
that we do, and it's wonderful. From Fabia Domingo, when is the Momentum Club starting? If you have attended our webinar the last 22nd of June, your induction date would be on the 15th of February. Okay. Um, Who else have we got here? From Rohit, I've shared my police clearance from Dubai, India, even from London. So hope to get your number. Hope to get your number finally. Rohit, love. By the way, just to give you a brief background, this guy right here
Yeah.
wanted to get my number, my personal number, because he wanted to ask me a few questions. Yeah, and so I
Yeah.
told him, Rohit, if you want to get my number, you need to
Yeah.
present to me your police clearance, which he did. And now he's got his police clearance from Dubai, India, and from London. So I'll message you later, Rohit, and I'll be more than happy to speak to you.
I love
Right?
people like that. He's like, Michael, you promised to give me your number. So give me your number.
I know, I know. So, um, Rohit again. Ians don't need to explain about this without risk in life. Nothing happens. So all of you guys, you need to trust first Ians and go ahead without any thoughts. Wonderfully said, Rohit. Now, guys, I'm just amazed, really. Um, and I do understand that there are some things that you can't really erase, especially the doubts. Even if they see lots of testimonials, lots of interviews,
Yeah.
daily shows, daily posts on our socials, again, it doesn't matter to them. Why? Either because you are procrastinators, okay, who
Yeah.
doesn't really want to go ahead and start doing the steps that you need to do in order for you to become successful in life? Or is it just because, you still need proof? You still need more of this and more of that. And I'm going to tell you right now, this opportunity that you have this coming Saturday is an opportunity that I don't want you to miss. Yeah, and that's what I tell callers that I receive. The calls that I receive, Michael, I'm really interested, but I really can't do Saturday. I've got work, I've got this.
Yeah.
My brother's getting married. My boss is having his birthday. My
Yeah.
dog is sick. Oh my gosh! I tell them, you know what? This is an opportunity that you don't want to miss. I've
Yeah.
got people here from the UAE who joined us 3, 4 months ago,
Yeah.
and right now they're just waiting for their flights because they already got their tickets booked. Yeah, and
Yeah.
they tell me, "Oh, really? 3, 4 months?
Yeah.
Why is that? Well, I mean, how come?" Well, join the webinar. That's the first step, right? And then right there and there, they change their minds. And of course, it's all about the mindset, really. Are you prepared to start your journey towards a better life? Or are you just waiting for a different kind of opportunity? An opportunity that probably is not gonna come to you, right? Because here at IANS, we don't wait for opportunities.
Yeah.
We create the opportunities
Yeah.
for you. Am I right, love? Am I right? Tell
All
me
right.
I'm right.
You are right.
Of course. So, love, it's been lovely having you today. Of course, we want to keep the show going, but of course, we can't stay for long. And the good news is we're going to be back tomorrow. Yeah. So, love, any message that you want to say to our audience before we go?
It's just more or less like trust IANS, trust the process. IANS magic is real. For those of you that keep sending me messages, we are real, we are legit. I'm a living testimony. Trust IANS, and I can't wait to see you guys here in the UK on a skilled workers visa.
Perfect. Thank you very much, love. And I hope to see you guys soon again. Yeah?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Um, okay, before we go, someone have raised a question really quickly from Kakural Paru. I've completed my MBA currently and I'm working as a healthcare assistant at the moment. I have my dependent. So how should I change in skilled visa? Is it possible because my study is not related to my work field? Two things, Paru. Number one, I understand that you are in the UK and you are tier 4 student visa. So, number one is you don't need to complete your degree in the UK. You can easily switch to a skilled worker visa, right? Yeah, even if you did not finish your studies. Number two, how can you do this? Attend our upcoming webinar, right? From Melanie, I have a question. Is the educational background needed? What about if she or he has an experience? Is there a chance to get a work or job in the UK? Melanie, if this is the first time that you are watching us, you'll be pleased to know that we've helped hundreds of people without any healthcare background or without any healthcare education. I've got real estate agents, hairstylists, people from hospitality, from accounts, singers, dancers, people without any healthcare background whatsoever. And they have successfully, of course, applied for their skilled worker visa in the UK, now working as a senior carer, right? So, tan, 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 I think that's it. Really, I think it was a great episode today. Again, thank you very much, Louise Fernandez from Canada, for sharing your amazing story. Again, if you want to watch this episode, you can just log into your Facebook and go to our YouTube channel and you can replay this whole episode. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching Ian's Daily Show. My name is Michael, and goodbye.
I'm happy for all of you